Prosecution rested its case today, and there was dramatic testimony. Fox 4's Calvert Collins joins us now from Fort Hood. Calvert, how is Hasan expected to defend himself?
Well, that's still a big question mark, Clarice, but it's not expected that he will testify. However, if he so chooses, Judge Colonel Tara Osborne told him today that if he does choose that, then he will have to get on the stand, ask himself questions, answer those questions. He can't just read from a statement. Now, Hasan has asked no questions of any witnesses thus far, nor made any objections. In the 11 days of testimony, 89 people have taken the stand or written testimony statements, many describing the shooting or aftermath, like local photographer Stephen Bennett, who was on base to take pictures of a graduation ceremony. Bennett testified today he heard gunshots and saw Hasan acting unnatural because he was checking on doors in an agitated and frantic method. And when he approached, he said Hasan told him this is a paintball gun and that he was on a training exercise. Prosecutors don't have to prove a motive, they just have to prove that Hasan did it and that it was premeditated.
No other defendant in recent history in a military capital punishment case has represented himself. It's a huge risk, and it's just been very bizarre to watch him take on the role of a lawyer, to address the judge's ma'am, to be looking at these exhibits and holding them in his hands, holding the actual weapon that he used in his hands at one point.
The last two witnesses both spoke to Hasan's fear of deployment. One who was a resident with him at Walter Reed Medical Center. The other, a doctor here at Fort Hood who had treated a patient with Hasan just 3 weeks before the shooting. Now, court resumes at 9 a.m. here tomorrow with Judge Osborne's instructions to Hasan about defending himself. Now, he did have two witnesses on his list originally that he had planned to call, but today he said he doesn't plan to call either of those two individuals. So it's possible, Clarice, that tomorrow morning he may get those instructions and then immediately say the defense rests.
And Calvert, we've heard throughout the trial that if Hasan doesn't testify tomorrow, he may just wait until sentencing and ask for the death penalty, but his attorneys disagree with that.
Well, they have been, since the beginning, very much trying to preclude him from doing or saying anything that would lead to the death penalty. In fact, both of his attorneys who were court appointed, and really Judge Osborne has almost, as one expert put it, bent over backwards to make sure that Hasan understands every legal proceeding since he has chosen to represent himself, which is a first for the Army in a capital case.
All right, Calvert, we'll see you tomorrow from Fort Hood.